Is there Planned Parenthood STD testing, birth control, sex ed, and more in your school? If you live in Los Angeles, California, unfortunately the answer is probably yes. The school district has just approved 50 reproductive health centers in Los Angeles high schools to be run by none other than Planned Parenthood. And this just comes weeks after Governor Newsom signed a bill mandating all public colleges to provide the abortion pill to any student who wants it. So as we can clearly see, Planned Parenthood is trying and succeeding in infiltrating schools in Los Angeles and in California generally. I want to make one thing abundantly clear, and that is that at these Planned Parenthood health centers, they will not be providing abortions. However, they are free to refer teenagers looking for an abortion to one of the many Planned Parenthood clinics that are in the Los Angeles area. As you can see, there are plenty of them. Planned Parenthood clinics where, I might add, a minor can get an abortion with no parental involvement whatsoever. Contrast that with the fact that a tattoo artist can be charged with a felony for giving a minor a tattoo, but that same minor can get an abortion for basically any reason without any parental involvement whatsoever. So apparently in California, if you're 14 years old, you're mature enough to get a secret abortion, but not to get a tattoo. Talk about messed up priorities. Back to the article at hand. If teens can't get abortions at these locations, what's the big deal and why am I even upset about it? Well, for one thing, this will cost the taxpayers $10 million just to start. And again, that's just the starting cost. Every single year, it'll cost the taxpayers more and more money. It is yet another way that Planned Parenthood is receiving taxpayer funding. Planned Parenthood will also be training hundreds of teens to be peer advocates, to help provide information about safe sex and relationships to their fellow teenagers. So they're training teenagers to teach other teenagers about their propaganda and their ideas. One Planned Parenthood staffer who'll be responsible for this teaching said, "Teens listen to other teens," which is entirely true. But if you don't think that they will teach these teens to be pro-abortion activists, I don't know what to tell you. It seems obvious to me that Planned Parenthood is going to try and teach them to further their own agenda. This just goes to show you that Planned Parenthood certainly does target children, as many pro-lifers have known for quite a while. This center will not only provide birth control and advice to all teens, but at any point, a student can leave their class to go there without question. So it's basically an opportunity for them to ditch school and hang out with Planned Parenthood workers, which sounds like a pretty lame time to me, but they're probably going to do it anyway. And the idea behind this is that these Planned Parenthood workers should be able to give the teenagers advice about relationships in general. The problem is we all know that their advice is hardly age appropriate. To prove my point, we only have to look at a few other times Planned Parenthood has injected itself into teaching students, and many times young students. Spoiler alert, it didn't go that well. You need look no further than the Get Real curriculum in Massachusetts, funded by none other than Planned Parenthood. The curriculum teaches 7th graders, some as young as 12 years old, precisely how to have anal and oral sex. Again, they may be as young as 12 years old. It also teaches them how to use a dental dam. If you don't know what that is or what it's used for, I'm not going to tell you here. Maybe go to Planned Parenthood and I'm sure they'll let you know. But if these 7th graders don't have one, which I hope they don't because they're only in 7th grade, Planned Parenthood will teach them how to make their own with saran wrap. And then there's this guide from Planned Parenthood on how to be sexually active as a young person with HIV. Not only does it give fairly explicit advice on how to arouse your partner, have sex, and masturbate, it also encourages youth who have HIV to not disclose that with their partners unless they are completely 100% ready. As a matter of fact, they think that laws requiring someone with HIV to come forward, quote, violate the rights of people living with HIV. Planned Parenthood, an organization that claims to care about informed consent to every sexual encounter, throws that out the window if you have HIV, meaning that you cannot fully give consent if you don't understand the person you may be sleeping with has HIV. If you, unlike Planned Parenthood, actually appreciate information, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you can always get these videos that I provide with all of the sources down below in the description. Also, feel free to like, comment, share, whatever you want to do if you appreciate this content. Like I said, they say it's completely fine if you have HIV to not disclose that with your partner if you're not ready for it, even though you're already having sex with your partner. And that seems backwards to me. If you aren't ready to tell someone you have HIV, maybe, just maybe, you should not be sleeping with them. If this is the type of advice Planned Parenthood has given at other locations, it's safe to assume it's going to basically follow the same pattern at these Los Angeles, California locations. This is why I wouldn't support Planned Parenthood even if they stopped performing the 330,000 abortions they do every single year. It's not just about the abortions, it's a lot of other stuff as well. Why would I support this organization that teaches middle schoolers about sex education in ways that are dramatically age inappropriate, at the expense of the taxpayers as well? Let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Personally, I think it's another reason to not want to go to California and not live there, but that's just me. I like hating on California. What do you think? As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.